So welcome to my channel today. I'm sitting here on this fantastic viewpoint overlooking the point surf spot, which is down over there. This is called Tubes, and around the corner Super Tubes. And I was thinking of going surfing, but this is the point where it's a bit easier to get out and a bit calmer. It really is a difficult wave to catch. You really got to be able to paddle fast, and it's a little bit big for me to try my longboard there. I don't need to break a longboard now. But what a day, man, what a day here in Jeffreys Bay. I'm so privileged to be here. I was going to go surf at Super Tubes, and I'll take a shot of Supers and insert it, and you'll just see. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about something that's happened to me a little bit. You may have got in the title, is that I found myself falling. And I keep looking over my shoulder because I'm still a little bit scared to video in open spaces and have people watch me kind of vlogging away here. But anyway, a little while ago, my daughter and a friend were out from Germany, and a friend of mine was taking us on the canals at St. Francis Bay. It was really cool, and we came to a certain place where you get on this jetty and you can step over the bank and see the groins that they're putting here at St. Francis Bay as they try to recover the sand. So we looked at that, and when we got back onto the boat, I was holding the boat. The wind was howling as everybody climbed into the boat. I don't know what happened, but a gust of wind came, or it was the balancing of the people on the boat, and I was kind of holding the boat like that, you know. Anyway, there was a surge, and I kind of lost my balance. And here's the thing, it wasn't about a balance issue, it's more an agility issue, because I reckon 10 years ago I would have just caught myself and stepped back, but I wasn't quick enough to move my legs to counterbalance. And the next thing I knew, I was looking at the sky, and I was going over, and I could hear the screams of laughter, and I fell and plunged into the water. And I wasn't hurt or anything like that. I was in waist deep. I could find my glasses that were there on the floor. Fortunately, I'd taken my phone and my keys out of my pocket when I got onto the boat. And just the embarrassment as everybody laughed, you know, and it was crazy. It was really silly. And then a couple of weeks after that, we did a motorbike trip with some friends, and I was early to the rendezvous point. And so I wanted to get there early to put some petrol in my motorbike. When I got there, I noticed that my tire pressure wasn't quite right. So I was going to get new tires on the Tuesday. This was on a Saturday. I thought, this will be fine. So I filled up with petrol, I got on the bike, started to wheel it, and then realized, no, when I'm here, I'm early, let me pump my tires. And so I began to get off the bike, but I forgot to put the kickstand down. And with those big bikes, you kind of go, and you start falling. And that's what happened. I started to fall. I wasn't able to catch myself. It wasn't a balance issue, it was an agility issue. And I'm sprawled over the service station's tarmac area there, and I'm lying, and there's never elegant. And again, you know, it was like with that boat thing. I could feel it happening, I could see it happening, and there was nothing I could do to stop myself. And you know, they teach you when you drop a motorbike that the first thing you do is you get your breath, you don't panic, you just assess the situation, and then you go ahead and pick your bike up. Well, I never did any of that. I was so embarrassed. And this is what we do when we fall, don't we? We quickly get up to make as though we never fell. Anyway, I picked the bike up, you know. So that was my second fall. And then a few days ago, I was upstairs. The house that we're renting has got an upstairs place to where I have my office. I was coming down the stairs, and I was distracted. I had my phone in my hand or something in my hand, and I thought I was at the last step, but I was at the second to last step. And I stepped and started to walk as if I was on the floor again. And next thing, boy, I'm just smack bang hitting the floor. Yeah, there's a reenactment. There's the stair. I come down here. When I get to this step, and I think I'm on the floor. So of course I missed this. I hit it here on the bottom. I hit it here, and then I go tumbling down. Anyway, I never hurt myself. I managed to drop and roll. Grazed my knee a bit. I don't know if it's, yeah, you can see there. I don't know if you can see, but anyway, you know, I guess when you get to a certain age, these things start happening. And it's not balance. I think my balance is still pretty fine, but it definitely is agility. And it's, you have this, you actually, when I fell into the water, I could see, I had like a flashback to all the YouTube videos I've watched of people falling, and then I'm falling, and I know that I've gone beyond the point of recovery. It was like slow motion as I fell, and So how do we counteract these things when we get into this stage of life? Well, I think for me, the thing is about being present. It's about noticing where you are. It's about realizing that you can't get distracted. You need to be concentrated. You need to be present. Yeah, that's what I think the only reason is, and to be more intentional about moments where you know there's going to be a balance or a potential to fall, and just to be a little bit more present. I don't think you need to do anything more than that, you know. Anyway, I'd love to hear your comments. Maybe you can tell me the story of your fall on this beautiful day where I've seen dolphins. I've actually kept on vlogging even though a guy's come into my territory here. Yeah, so I think that's the main thing. I'm also going to just do a little bit of research around and around falling at our age and share it with you as well. So I've just been editing this video that you're watching right now, and I did a bit of research and I went a deep dive into falling when you get older, and my friend does all the work for me, ChatGPT. And ChatGPT kind of says there are 3 things we should know about falling. Number 1, falls are usually about speed and not strength, and I think it's a great insight. You know, it's the fact that our body can't react quick enough. The second thing he says, agility declines before balance. So it's not so much about balance, it's about agility. And then the third thing is that the real danger is not the fall, it's the fear that comes after the fall. And I think that's really important, because we can become so tentative that we kind of bring it upon ourselves. So what can we do about our potential for falling as we get older? Well, 3 practical things is to train in agility and not just fitness. So what does that mean? He suggests it's about learning to walk on uneven surfaces, moving side to side, and things like that. But it's those kind of drills. So don't just walk on flat surfaces, walk on places where you have to be a little bit more agile, more regularly. Secondly, to maintain lower body power and hip mobility. So it's around having strong ankles, knees, hips, and glutes are our shock absorbers. So simple squats, step-ups, lunges, and balance with movement. So those are the things that will help us strengthen our mobility. And then thirdly, to keep our nervous system sharp. And that is around about reaction time matters in this kind of thing. And he suggests, well, ChatGPT suggests activities that challenge coordination. For me, it's surfing, and then cycling, pickleball, dancing, and even catching and throwing can help with keeping your nervous system and your brain and body conversation going. So I hope that helps. So hey, if you've enjoyed this video, I'd love it if you would subscribe to my channel, give it a like, and please leave a comment. You know, it really helps the channel as we go forward. So thanks for watching. God bless you. Have a great day.